Yeah, I've been like doing like calming gummies to help him like.
That is a great thing for people to hear at the start.
To like focus. It's
so if you heard calming gummies,
they're for dogs.
Yeah, we're talking about animals. We were not talking about human stuff right there. Actually, we were talking about our kids and how some of them need some calming gummies. So I have a tendency just to hit that record button way too soon. We'll talk about a quote out of context. Like somebody just hit play and they're like, did he just say,
what?
I'm in. I don't know what you're talking about today, but I'm in.
Hey, everyone. Happy Monday.
Hey, what's up, Kim? How's it going?
You know, last week, I wasn't working much.
Yeah.
Honestly.
You working this week?
Like, I was in a, like, bubble of like I can't figure anything out.
Yeah.
This week, baby, I've been figuring stuff out.
Good
I've made at least 3 menus in the past 2 days. I got 3 more to go. But I mean, like little by little, I'm finally able to think. Like, do you ever get into those like moments where you're just like, for like it was like a week of just like nothing is coming. Like, nothing is happening inside of my brain.
Creativity is a weird thing like that, right?
Yeah. And I just like stared at my computer screen. So like I was there. I answered, like, you know, answering emails and whatnot.
I'm doing a podcast. No, I'm eating chips right now. So just calm down.
This is not my eating time. So we're podcasting at a different time. We're podcasting at a different time. So this is
an hour later.
Not my time to eat. So I have nothing.
I got no watermelon this time around. That's fine.
I think watermelon's officially out now.
Everybody wants to know how the wedding went.
It went well. It was
congrats
to
Keegan.
Keaton.
Sorry, I say Keegan. There's a student that I know that his name is
he mows our grass. Not our grass. Your grass.
No.
Church
different person does now.
Oh.
That was a while ago.
Oh.
And that's a different Keegan. So I know 2 Keegans.
Whoa.
Keaton got married. Let's just
we call them Kitten and Corky.
So
that's their names, Kitten and Corky, just because like mispronunciations by like nieces and nephews. Fun. And so congratulations to them. It went well. It was a rainy day, so it was originally outside, but then got bumped inside.
Oh, they moved it in.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Did it rain on?
It did. It was really weird because like the entire forecast,
it didn't rain.
It did. The entire forecast was like rain, or it was like clear skies all week long. It was like clear skies. Had absolutely no idea. Woke up and I was like, is it raining?
I remember it poured.
It poured.
Yeah.
All day long.
Yeah.
So, but the rain ain't gonna stop our spirits from being lifted. So
everything went well.
Everything went well.
Cool. Any with the podcast that we just had, was there anything that we had talked about that transpired? Did you see Uncle Bob?
No, but my sister-in-law did not know that was like the first time that I met Uncle Bob.
Yeah.
So no,
that's so funny.
It was, I think the saddest part was there. Sorry, Keaton and Courtney. There was not as much dancing.
Oh, really?
It was weird. Like, it was good music. And it just was like, people were not feeling the vibe. I don't know what it was. But, like, I mean, I was dancing. Yeah. I danced the whole time. I burned so many calories.
Heck yeah.
And so, Caleb, my other brother, and I, we danced. It was a party.
Get it?
Sometimes when you just
I almost said get it on, and I was like, that's not the right words for that.
My brother and I are just dancing, doing the cute shuffle.
Look, there, never mind.
So, but no, it was wonderful.
Gummies and
we're up to a great start.
Hide your wife, hide your kids.
Yeah, it was good. It was beautiful, wonderful,
fantastic,
grand.
You guys are here, and we're glad you're here because it's the world famous Grease and Grace podcast. Here's what's going to happen. Kim's going to ask me a question. We're going to talk about a topic.
I'm really excited about the question.
And then we're going to look at the greasy side of things, which frustrate us, and the graceful side of things, which we love. If you have no idea what we're talking about, we do this every single week. So just take a back. This is like episode 60-something, all right?
We've been in this.
We've been doing this for a while. And I was thinking about our podcast when I was coming to the studio today because...
in his 18th car. He has a new car. He has another car.
I don't have a new car. That's not true. I had just gone to the dentist. I was remembering like last year when we did the dentist episode. I hate the dentist, man. Oh my goodness.
How was it?
It was horrible.
Well,
it was fine, but at the same time it was horrible.
Did they like poke at your gums?
Yeah. Like,
I used to get so mad because they would poke at my gums. I remember specifically, like in high school, there was one lady who like, it wasn't like a light poking or anything like that. It was like driving the tool into my
jump
gums.
in the air, and you're like, my movement should tell you to stop doing this.
And then she'd be like, you need to floss more. You're bleeding. And I'm like, no, you're stabbing my mouth tissue. That's
your
why
little
I'm
knife
bleeding.
pick that you have? It broke through my gums, and that's why I'm bleeding all over the place. You psychopath.
I'm not much into science, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I understand.
You watch a couple horror movies to get here? Because that's how I'm pretty sure it was.
I remember it like it was yesterday, and I was like so mad.
You guys go back and do a deep dive on our dentist episode. It's so fun. It's a super good episode.
Was that one of our like first? Was that one of our first?
I can tell people when it was, but yeah.
Official topics?
Man, it had to be.
It's like it was real early days. I know that much.
Anyway, all right, Kim.
Anywho, okay,
what a good question. What is the question?
I think I like this question more for like the visual imagery.
Oh, goodness. I'm already excited.
If you had to teach a class of raccoons.
Raccoons don't learn anything. They just
it's hypothetical.
All
They're new to humaning. Okay,
humaning.
They.
This is your first day humaning. All right, good job,
so
little buddy.
if you had to teach a class of raccoons one useful human skill, what skill would it be?
One skill. Give that to me again.
If
I had to teach. I'm looking for the dentist episode. If I had to teach a group of raccoons one human skill, they already know it.
No, they don't. What are you talking about?
Digging in trash. They're all homeless.
That's not. How many are you digging in trash?
They're experts at it. They wrote a book. Bunch of savages.
Listen. Jordan, we do not dig in the trash. I am here for the raccoons' sake.
All right. Well, then you go first. What do you got?
That's not a human skill.
What do you got? What do you say?
I'm trying to think of like what would be a useful skill for anybody trying to become.
Oh my goodness. People like, you know what? Forget the gummies. I'm out. I'm going a different direction today.
Kim, I think you had some gummies, you weirdo.
This one.
I gotta think. Maybe I almost said driving, and then I was like, it's hard to teach humans.
That's like Groundhog Day type stuff.
Drive.
Remember when he teaches the groundhog how to drive? It's one of my favorite parts of the movie. And he's just so, like, Bill Murray's so chill in the driver's seat, and the groundhog's just on his lap, and he's, like, having a great time. I love that scene. It's so funny. It cracks me up every time. I need to go home and watch Groundhog Day. I might do that. That's a great movie.
I think like driving would be something.
Okay.
Because like people already don't know how to drive, so at least if raccoons are out there, they gotta know.
You're gonna have to modify the car because their little legs can't make it down that far.
That's why I'm so excited because like thinking about like.
Can you imagine? I'm joking. Can you imagine the extensions and they're really small? They're like these little tiny twigs.
Could you imagine like you're at a 2-way stop or like a 8-way stop or whatever?
You look over and you're like, well, hello. Because they can't talk. They just like look at you. And for some reason, I feel like he has sunglasses on.
I do too.
Yeah. He definitely has sunglasses on.
Because they kind of have natural sunglasses. Sun goggles.
Maybe like, I don't even know. Like the driving thing, I can't get over right now. I think that's so incredible just to have that mental image in my head.
I'm also thinking like maybe like how to get dressed.
Put some clothes on. I keep thinking of who's he from? Isn't there a raccoon from like the Marvel movie? Yes.
What is that? I should know this because my husband and children-esque are Marvel people, and so I should know
the
this.
Fantastic Four
Marvel
has a
raccoon.
Yeah,
Rocket raccoon. So he knows how to get dressed and how to shoot a gun.
I'm going to teach them how to be soldiers in the war. Okay. I don't know when the war's happening, but it's coming. And this is my little raccoon army. And they got like guns and they're coming out full. They're just ready to rock and roll.
What would be the question that I need to ask to see how many raccoons there are per like per people.
Oh, for like how many raccoons would it take to kill a human?
No, how many raccoons are there in the world?
Whatever.
There's no exact amount. Okay.
You can't. I was going to say you can't calculate that.
North America alone potentially houses over 20 million raccoons.
That's dumb.
Holy cow! How many people are in the world?
9 billion, 8 billion.
Shut up.
Yeah.
How many people are in the world? That was 8 billion. You're right. Holy cannoli.
Yep.
So
a lot of people when you start thinking about that.
That is a lot of people. Sometimes I get really overwhelmed. It happens a lot in my car.
Isn't it so funny though? Like when you think that there's 8 billion people in the world. First of all, you and I are talking. That's weird.
Yeah.
Like that just blows my mind. And then secondly, like, why do you let people bother you? I think about that every time. I'm like, there's 8 billion. Why is this individual matter so much to me?
Why are they this thorn in my side? I often, like when I'm driving, in my like, this is why I listen to music, okay, guys, because I send myself into like existential crises all of the time.
Yeah.
Because I'll be sitting in my car and then like not a raccoon but a human will pull up right next to me and I'll look at them and I'm like, I don't know this person. This person has a whole set of friends that I don't know. This person has a whole family that I don't know. And then I'm like, and then those friends, they have their own group of friends.
It's wild.
And then I start thinking and I'm like, how many people are like in the hospital having babies right now? How many people are in the hospital dying right now? Like, and then I go into this like
you'll hurt yourself because I do it all the time. I think about it. Bethany's like, what do you think about?
Wormhole.
Like, things that don't matter. She's like, what? Are you serious? I'm like, absolutely. I'm like, the things that I'm concerned about right now have no bearing on life whatsoever.
I know.
Because nobody cares.
No.
It's wild.
Once I start like thinking about the grandeur of like 8 billion people have 8 billion individual lives. And like, yes, things have been like lives have been recycled, you know, and like nobody's lived an original life.
Right.
But like there's 8 billion people living 8 billion different experiences.
By the way,
I'm like, oh.
Kim in no way was talking about karma or reincarnation in that statement.
No,
she was just saying like life just goes on.
Life goes on, and I was just listening to something about that, and it was just like there's nothing original anymore. Like your problems are the exact same. Maybe it was you. Yep. Maybe it was your sermon.
Ecclesiastes 1.
Yeah, and so interestingly enough, guys, I promise we're gonna get to the
What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about?
Okay. Interestingly enough, before we get to that,
all right.
I just finished
I'm super laid back today. I have no idea why, but I'm so laid back today. Anyway, go ahead.
I just finished Proverbs at the same time that we just started Ecclesiastes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh, we're going to be double diving. They partner
really well.
I like it. Well, no. Just like your sermons every Sunday. If you guys did not know this about Jordan, he is a pastor of our church. And then
I share God's word every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Crazy.
And then, but then my like individual reading, I have read every single chapter of the Bible, starting from the New Testament up to Ecclesiastes.
Good for you.
Now. Every single chapter. And it just so happens that I am landing
right there
on Ecclesiastes while we start Ecclesiastes.
That's so fun.
Isn't that crazy?
Anyways, that's great. Good for you.
So we're going to be talking about house buying today.
Real estate.
We're talking about real estate. Sorry for literally anybody who just got whiplash.
People are like, whoa, what just happened? So you want to talk?
Abby likes it. Thanks, Abby, for listening.
So, do you want to talk about like
buying?
Okay.
The act of like purchasing a home in the United States, unless you have experience purchasing a home elsewhere.
I've never bought anything overseas.
Do we not have? Is there a definition?
What you're basically talking about is home ownership.
Yes.
That's basically what we're talking about. And home ownership in the United States, this is going to blow your mind. You talk about like sitting in your car, like these two things dovetail really, really well. Is the percentage of households that are owner occupied. So you have like renting, you have leasing, those type of things, U.S. home ownership.
Squatting.
We're talking about U.S., by the way, right?
Yes.
Correct? Okay, because we can't like talk about flats in London or anything like that.
Can't.
We don't know anything about it.
I know.
Good
Maybe when I go to Italy this year, then I'll ask
absolutely.
how to buy a house there.
Okay, U.S. home ownership rates vary depending on a household's demographic characteristics, such as ethnicity, like your location, right?
Is it ethnicity or ethnicity?
ethnicity. Sorry, okay. Did I say that wrong? I probably said that wrong. Yeah.
Ethnicity, and I was like, is that right?
Race, location, type of household. So if you have like apartment, condo, stuff like that, which majority of those are rented.
Yeah. Like, well, condos are not.
Condos you can buy. Yeah. But yeah. Type of settlement. Start of 2025, the seasonal adjusted U.S. home ownership rate was 65.2%, down from 67.1%. So basically what they're saying is 65% of people own their home or have like
which is down.
Oh, down. Yeah.
Was it down from like the 1950s?
Yeah, right.
I feel like everybody owned like your dog could own a house in the 1950s.
Yeah. Well, or we could teach a raccoon.
We could teach a paperclip and a lollipop.
Where'd you get your house from? Oh, I bought it from a raccoon. Super nice guy. Nice guy? I think it's an animal, bro. This is really funny, though. They compare it to Europe because Europe, their home ownership rate stands at 69%. Oh. So that's kind of interesting. I heard this today, actually. U.S. creates, Europe regulates, and China duplicates. I thought that was a super interesting observation.
U.S. creates.
Yeah, so like there you see like a lot of like people who are like entrepreneurs or like creating new products or whatever. And then Europe regulates.
Okay, so standardizes-ish?
Europe kind of puts like regulations on a bunch of stuff. Yeah. They're kind of known for it.
And then the U.S. is like, oh yeah, we should probably do that.
Oh yeah, like we made gummies, and they're like, yeah, you shouldn't take all of them, and they're like, you obviously are not an American.
Europe is
how
very
do we know
much
if there's
like,
too much?
Hey, America, slow your roll right now. We gotta have some
Europe's like, you left us, so we're gonna regulate everything that you do. Like that's how this works. And then China
duplicates like the creation
rip-offs,
and replication,
all that stuff. So like China
right?
looks at what the world's doing and it's like, hey, let's make a ton of these.
We like what Europe is doing, and we like that U.S. made this. We're making it.
And you guys just jump in because you're all crazy. So
I like it.
Why have one Louis Vuitton bag when you can have 17 that have a bunch of imperfections in them? That's the world.
Oh,
I thought it was super clever. I was like,
that is actually
that's a really good observation. That's kind of how it works.
Yeah. Did you hear that in a book?
Podcast this morning.
Oh, nice.
Matthew McConaughey said it. I was like, that guy's wild.
Where is he? Does he have a podcast?
He was on a podcast. Oh. He cracks me up. Like,
he's an interesting dude.
I have Green Lights, which is his book, like his first book.
Oh yeah,
and it's just so good. And
his life
is wild. Yeah. It's just a wild ride. And I feel like he's one of those guys you could just sit down next to and be like, "What's up, man?"
Well,
all right. Yeah,
his shoes are already off.
Well, that's when he said that because on the podcast he actually put his bare feet on the guy's desk that he was a part of, and the guy's like, "Well, that's a first." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Nobody's ever put their bare feet on my desk before." And he's like, "All right."
Well,
I'm like, Matthew McConaughey again.
I mean, I feel like if you invite Matthew McConaughey, that's like.
You brought that on yourself,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, you did. Like, I think that comes with the package. I once heard that he doesn't wear deodorant.
Really?
I don't know
Probably
why.
Smells.
But, well, no, because your body kind of like regulates, and
really?
Then it like regulates, and then you don't need it. There's quite a few people actually that I've heard this.
So you got to smell for like 2 weeks.
Like, if I stopped putting on deodorant right now because my body is like used to that, I think it would be bad news bears, and people would be mad about that situation
for a while though.
Yeah, and then I think maybe
I wonder how long it takes to regulate.
I don't know. I mean, like, he strikes me as just somebody who like
smells like the earth.
Yeah, and like maybe a little bit of like metal.
Yeah,
Matthew McConaughey, what do you smell?
Yeah, come on over. We'd love to talk to you. I have questions.
Anyways, we're talking about.
We can grease and grace your whole life if you want, because it's kind of interesting to me. Anyway,
oh man,
greasy side of owning a home.
Off the rails. Okay, so the first.
You just bought a home.
I just bought a home.
Let's back up here a second.
I just bought a house in March, and we love our home. It was a lengthy time of like looking for the right house, putting in offers for different houses, and then like things falling through. And so finally, this one was the one that stuck. Hallelujah. I absolutely love it. It is a wonderful home. But the house before that
How long did you rent?
15 years.
Wow.
That was more of like a... So there was a couple of life things that like took place, and so it just was never right for us to buy a house. And so now we are able to buy a house, and I kind of had to push for it a little bit. And so the house that we looked at prior to the one that we live in, I remember walking through it, and we had met the owners.
Okay.
It was going to be like a rent, or I mean, not a rent. It was going to be a buy from like the owners type of thing without a
rent to own.
Not rent to own, like where the owners of the house were doing the sale.
Oh, I see.
What is it called?
We rented that, and then so we rented the house from these people, and they were like, "Hey, we'll sell you the house. We'll stop the renting process."
No. It was an empty house. The owners of the house were doing all of the sale. So, like, they were there when we were, like, looking for...
I absolutely have no idea what I'm talking about.
They were there when we went through the house.
Okay.
Because we didn't have a realtor.
Somebody who's actually paying attention to this episode is like, what are you not understanding, Jordan? What is the hard part here? You know, life's tough. Okay, so you need to calm down.
Anyway, so we met the owners of the house. Okay, they walked through the house with us as we were looking through it. We really enjoyed the house. It was in a nice neighborhood. Mm-hmm. But I remember as they were walking through the house, and I know that this is not common, but they were like, we have top-notch everything. We bought top-notch everything, and like we went and
they're kind of like selling it to you.
Yeah, and she was the wife. She's so sweet, but she was like, we picked out the handles from here, and we picked out the lighting fixtures from here, and the cabinets are oak, and we made sure that we didn't want to have like a painted oak.
Did you have the heart to tell her like I don't like them?
No, but like I took pictures, and so then I sent them to my friend, and she was like, why is there a different light fixture? And literally every single piece of the house, like every single room has a different light, and none of them match. And then we went into the bathroom.
Oh man.
We went into the bathroom.
Here it comes. It's about to get real.
We went into the bathroom that was going to be like the mudroom bathroom, if you will, but there was a giant 2-person jacuzzi in it. And she was like, and this is where we take our nightly baths. And I was like,
nope. I'm sorry. This is where this tour ends.
And I was like, there's too much personalization. Too much personalization. I know that
I put a picture of my husband up there. Like, no, you didn't.
She was like, we take them together all the time. And I was like, this bathtub
where's the gummy bears at, lady?
Needs to be burned. I need to burn this house down. I need to burn my memory. And so there was a lot of like personalization that went into this house, and it felt very much like when we had to back out. Like it felt like very much like a
rejection of their like
a rejection
everything
of their entire.
It's like we don't just not want this house. We actually want nothing to do with you ever. There's 9 billion people in this world.
One of the trees that her grandson planted. So don't buy a house if you've met the owners and you're buying it from them.
That is true though, because it's funny. Like we were talking about studying Ecclesiastes, and he says that in the book. He's like, it's in chapter 2. He's like, you do all this work and you just give it away to people, and who knows what they're going to do with it.
Yeah, because we were totally going to change it all.
Right, and there's some people when you're buying a home where they desperately want you to like cling on to the heritage, and you're like, we're not even related.
Yeah,
I don't even know your kids.
I don't have those memories attached.
I have no idea who you are. As a matter of fact, the odds of me and my husband getting in that tub are real slim, because we wouldn't even fit. Like,
when she said that, I was like, I need to get out of this.
I don't even know how you guys got in there. I don't even want to know. That's a small tub, honey.
I know. Oh, it was terrible.
But I think people want so bad for you to like experience or like cherish their heritage or keep the legacy going or whatever. Yes. We have in our house 2 trees that we've planted, and like they're huge now. I mean, it took 10 years for them to get that way. And if somebody bought our house, like, I mean, it would take everything I had. Well, I wouldn't say anything. Bethany would. Bethany would be like, we planted that tree. My daughter was born. Like, okay. Hey, hon, we're going to keep moving. All right. This is why when you sell a house, the real estate agent doesn't let the homeowners in.
Yes. Yeah.
They're because like, exactly.
It was so much. And I wanted so badly to just like, oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that's lovely. But like, I don't want to know what you and your husband are doing in the jacuzzi tub.
I think that's why real estate agents are so important.
That's why they exist.
Because they're like, hey, You're too attached to this. Yeah. You're too close or whatever the case is. So.
Yeah. So the looking process was a big grease because like it's never going to look the way that whoever is selling it.
Yeah.
Everybody does something to the house.
100%.
Like it's never going to be perfect for the one person. And so the looking process was a little bit of a grease for us.
I think I'm going to piggyback on yours because I think this is so important, which would be a greaseful thing for me. Is like if I sold my house, you're not going to know everything that's wrong with it. Like, just straight up, there's things I'm never going to tell you. You're just going to have to find out on your own. And I know the homeowner before did the same thing. Like, I get it. We all do that. Yeah, It's like, you didn't tell me about that, did you?
What's one like minor?
Oh, that like we found in our house. We've lived in our house for 15 years. So like
does one of the drawers you have to like?
there was a couple like shoddy like just the way things were built, so we have this like downstairs. And when you go down the basement, there's 2 flights of steps, and it's the same as you go up. There's like 2 flights of steps with a landing. And if you go down the steps, I don't know what we were thinking, but like if you go down the steps and you don't turn around and look up, like you're not gonna think anything. Well, if we fixed it, but if you turn around and look up before we fixed it, the drywall didn't go all the way to the wall.
What?
And so it was like there's like 1.5 inches that was just missing.
It was just not there.
And you're like, you didn't want to put like, and I understand because how do you get a ladder in there? Like it's a really complex like little tight space. But at the same time, it's like you didn't point that out. Like a realtor didn't like say, hey, if you look up there. It's
gonna look a little sketch.
Sorry, you could probably get that fixed. Okay,
that's funny. Yeah,
thanks.
There's all these like little quirks right, of a house.
Are you finding them right now?
Not yet because we're completely renovating the house.
Well, so like you've demolished them. You're like, I
don't care about your nuances.
Yeah, they're gone. Yeah.
I'm smacking them with a sledgehammer later.
100%.
Yeah, we don't have anything that I know. Well, okay. The one thing that drives me crazy. It was a house that was built in 1968.
Your house was?
Yes, okay. Our house that we bought is built in 1968. And I don't understand. It makes me mad just thinking about it. I don't understand why the walls need to be textured. We have textured walls in our garage. We have textured walls.
It was a big thing. Yeah,
it's a whole thing. And so now we are redoing everything. And we lived in a house that had
How do you non-texture a wall?
You have to do the most like tedious process. We're like in a debate about what we're gonna do, and I think we finally just were like, we're just gonna go the easy route. Like, yeah, it might be more expensive, but like, it's gonna be the easier route because like right now, you can cut yourself on our wall because it's like.
It's so
pointy.
textured. Yeah,
it's so pointy, and so
almost like ceilings are like that.
Yeah, ceiling, but all of our walls are. And our basement, like going down the stairs, a staircase that literally nobody is going to see or use, has texture. And I'm like, who made this effort? Who put this much effort into texturing the walls in our garage?
Somebody who like could.
Oh, it drives me crazy. So there's like 3 things that you can do. You can either, what is it called? You can like sand it down.
Okay.
Which is going to create stupid amount of dust.
Sure.
You can I can't think skim coat it, which is like take like
I know what that is.
Yeah, and which is also a wild mess. It's all going to be a mess.
Yeah.
Or you can get super thin drywall and just
go right over it.
And that's what we're going to do. Like there's a 1/4 inch
it makes sense.
thickness because I'm like
you'll get some insulation out of that too.
Yeah.
Like it'll be a little warmer.
It drives me crazy. That's the biggest nuance. We don't have really anything else because we're tearing it all out. So.
If you could afford it, would you ever carpet your walls?
No, what?
I was watching a YouTube video because that's what I do. And
on how
this
to
guy
carpet your walls?
This guy makes tables and he was delivering a table, like a really high-end table, and he delivered to a house and there was carpet on it. Like on the wall. And he like pointed out, he's like, oh, this is kind of sweet. And I'm like, back in the 50s, it was kind of neat.
Is it like shag carpet on the wall?
People do it a lot.
That's weird.
I don't know, man.
When you're selling your house, I think that this is just me. It's a grease that I have. Make it as like blank slate as you possibly can.
Wasn't it amazing that people stage houses to sell them?
Yes.
That blows my mind. Like in the city, it's a full-time
it's a job.
billion-dollar industry.
Yeah.
There's warehouses of furniture. They go into an empty house. They put a bunch of furniture in it. You basically move in.
What is the purpose of it?
So that people can see,
livable?
so people can get an idea of what this house would look like. And then, but the crazy thing is, okay, so I kind of liked real estate for a while, like just the idea of it.
Okay.
And I have a couple of books by some real estate agents, by the way, that they just have interesting philosophies, you know, like of how they like handle people and stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting. But anyway, they this is fascinating. There's two options when you stage a house. The first option is you can buy this house empty, right? Or there's a second option. You can buy it with all of the furniture in there.
I feel like that's how HGTV. That's how HGTV does it.
Well, it's okay. So HGTV does this thing too, which I didn't realize. So like, you know, like Chip and Joanna Gaines or whatever, when they did like all those shows where they would go in and like renovate the house.
Yeah.
That house was staged, and then they gave the homeowners the opportunity to buy that furniture, or they said, if you don't want it, we're just going to go ahead and pull it out. Can you imagine, like, somebody comes in and renovates your home, does, like, a fantastic job. It looks amazing. You put it on TV, and then all of a sudden it's, like, the next day you come back and, like, everything's gone.
That would be super weird. But I don't watch a ton of the like, decorating shows, but there's one that I really, really like. And if that was my house and I was like, yeah, I want to buy every single thing.
Yeah.
To me, then I would have so much pressure on myself to keep it exactly the way that it is, because it's beautiful.
It's
wonderful. But like
a fully staged house, you're looking at it going like, I would have to keep it exactly. I would have to keep
it immaculate, and like there's no real like personal touches.
Which is like, and it's so impractical, because if you ever look at how they decorate the tables, you're like, who's eating like that? Because I don't know if you've ever been around my house, and I'm sure your house is like this. There's food everywhere after like we're done. We have to take a rag and like wipe down the whole table. These tables have like tablecloths on it, and then there's like
there's a placemat, and then there's a charger plate, and then there's a plate, and then a salad plate, and then a napkin, and then a fork, knife, spoon, and then a cup, and then the little like
how it goes. If you're eating, okay, here's the deal. If you're eating at a table and there's a charger plate on the table, you are the next door neighbors from Christmas Vacation who get the icicle thrown into there, and that's who you are. You need to rethink your life choices.
It looks so nice, right?
Don't get me wrong, it looks gorgeous.
So nice, but I'm like, I have two sons. Those charger plates are going to turn into shields when they play Superman versus Batman.
Because you're going to pick up those plates and you're going to take them and you're going to put them in the dishwasher, and the charger plates are right there, and then you're going to look at them and be like, I bet you $50 I could cut your head off with that thing. Because that's how they think.
That is.
Yeah.
It is. I've seen some people's houses who are staged like that. And I'm like, do you live in your house?
You don't live in your house.
It doesn't feel like it.
No, there's so many like spots where like, that's why some of the like luxurious, glamorous, high-end things just don't appeal to me at all. Because I'm like, they're so impractical.
It is so impractical.
Like, that's collecting dust, and I would rather not.
Maybe when I'm 75 and have nothing else to do.
I don't know, man.
Jordan just gave me like most judgiest face.
Any other creases? There's so many.
Okay, there's so many with house buying. So when did you buy your guys' house? I mean, it's been some time.
16 years ago.
You bought it pre-COVID.
Yeah.
So was it an easier process? I feel like we had
like the buying process.
Yeah.
The buying process is super tough for cars and houses. Yes. I'm in the car buying thing right now because I did not get a new car. We're trying desperately to trade in our SUV. It's a nightmare.
The green one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a nightmare. But like the house thing.
Can't trade in a house.
Man, it's just so tough because it's this ginormous long process where it's like, why is this taking so long?
It takes a really long time, and there's so many things that are up in the air. And like I don't understand some of the things that we said yes to still. Like,
there's a bunch of forms in it too.
There's forms, and like I've had so many people try and explain to me what escrow is.
Yep.
I have no clue still. Bought a house, it's somewhere. I have no clue what escrow is.
The escrow is a thing. Your insurance, the equity that's in it.
There's so many. There's so many things, and it's not ever broken down in like a plain way. For like, break this down like you're talking to a kindergartner, because common people are not going to understand any of it.
Well, see, and that's why I think it's such a problem, because if there has to be a middleman between you and a service.
Yeah.
I feel like it's too complicated there.
Yeah.
So it's like when you go buy a car, you interact with the salesman first, and the salesman's like, we have this, this, and this. And you're like, okay. He gets you to the point where you're like, I want to buy this. Same with the real estate agent. Okay, now I want to buy this home. Then you meet Gary that's behind the wall.
Yeah, you're like,
and
who am I talking to? The realtor?
Yeah,
or
and he's like, hello. And you're like, hi, why are you here? And he's like, oh, you met Chris. He's really cool. He sells vehicles. I take care of the finances. Yeah. And he's got a stack of papers.
The finance person is really who sells the house.
100%. And you get like a pen. I'll never forget signing day. You remember that? When you sold your house? And it was like, here's this, and here's this. And you're just like, okay.
They're like, this is to ensure that la 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 la, and this one is to ensure that you don't do exactly what you just signed for.
If I could go back, what? I would look at it and be like, I want a copy of every single one of these papers, and I want to know exactly the person they're going to.
I know,
100%.
I'm like, it was so many papers, and at a certain point, I don't even know if I was like signing my actual name, because it was just like, get this one done.
It's like when you get your photos taken for a wedding, like you're fake smiling after about the 15th photo. You're like, I don't even know if I'm happy anymore. Like, I have no idea.
Are we at a wedding, guys? I don't know.
Like, I don't know where I'm at. Like are those gummy bears? Because I need one. I need 10 of them. Yeah, it's super tough. And then they
just, like, you're done, and then they're like, here's the key.
Here's the key.
And it's like, what?
And you drive to your home that's totally empty, and you look at it and you go, we got a lot of work to do.
That's exactly what we did. Like, I was so excited to finally have the keys, because I was like, I wanted to buy a house for so long. Like, we rented for 15 years. I had rented. I can't say Josh rented for 15 years. I rented for 15 years, starting at 19 until 34. And so, 35. And so by about like 28, 29, I was like, can we buy a house now? Can we? So excuse me, I was so excited to buy a house, and so like I would drive by before we even owned it to just like imagine. So I'm like imagining like, oh, this is gonna be the yard that my kids play in, and all of this stuff. And then I walked in, and it's silent, and there's so much excitement, and you're just like, what do I do now? I have to mow my lawn now. Like there's so many things. What if the water heater goes out? Who do we call if the water heater goes out? What happens if if one of these trees falls down now? Like all of a sudden, all of these like things that you didn't have to worry about when you rented, all of a sudden become like actualized situations if you ever deal with them.
It's so true. And you're like, what in the world? Like, how did I get here?
It's very similar to when you go home with a newborn.
Same thing.
It's very similar.
It's the same
you go
thing.
home, and you're home with this entire new human, and you put it down in its car seat because it's asleep, and you're like, what do I do?
Yeah.
What do I do with this?
100%. 100%.
Like, it was the exact same, like, I don't.
You also have, like, this overwhelming cloud over you that's like, I think I just spent a lot of money. Like,
oh, that's a lot of dollars.
Yeah, but I spent no money. Like, that's the weirdest part about buying a house. You never see it. Like, I think it'd almost be easier if I had a briefcase full of money and I was like, here, 10, 20, 30, putting it on the table for the guy, and he's like totally like, okay, yeah, like that's enough.
Yeah.
But instead it's like, I didn't pay anything.
It's super weird.
Which is why sometimes I think it'd be fantastic to be able to pay for stuff in cash, like high dollar stuff.
Yeah.
Like to be able to roll. And I'm not even talking about like $50,000, $60,000 cars, because that's stupid. I don't have that money.
That's a lot
but to be able to go to like a dealership and be like, I have $10,000 in my pocket. Like, I want this car and I want you to run it like a register. I'm going to just... One, two,
I need change.
three. Yeah. How much is it total? $14,342. Okay, I need some change.
You guys got that?
You guys don't even have registers around here. How are you selling vehicles?
Yeah, it's a super strange thing because like you sign for this like hundreds of thousands of dollars,
right?
And then you're just like,
no need for papers there, banker. I have cash. That's wild to me. And people do it. I know people do it.
Oh, I know
people pay in cash.
It.
They're like, hey, I'll wire you the money right now. And it's like,
oh, what?
What?
Yeah, I don't know that life. I don't know that life. I don't think I'll ever know that life.
It's like when you get the deed to your car after you pay it off. It's like, I don't, it's so far down the road with my house. Like, I can't even imagine if somebody like sent me the deed to my house. I'd be like, no.
So we had like the original property write-up of our house. Like the people who owned our house saved literally everything. And we have these like legal documents. And I'm like, are these still valid? What do we do with these? Is this supposed to be at the bank? I don't know. Because I think it was like the legal purchase of the property. Mm-hmm. I don't know. There was some papers, and I feel like I will do the same thing if I ever pay off my house. We will pay off our house. But like, it is so down the road that I'm like, do you frame it? What do you do with it once you're done? Like,
I have no idea. Oh, you burn it.
Do you frame it?
No, you burn it.
What?
Yeah.
Why? What?
There's a lot. There's parties for that.
I don't know if that's an accurate
piece
of
true.
advice.
Yeah.
I don't think that you just burn it. It's the title of your house. Does the bank take it back when you sell it?
Mortgage. It's called mortgage burning.
What?
A burn deed party or mortgage burning party is a traditional celebration held by homeowners to commemorate paying off their home loan. The ritual burning the mortgage documents symbolizes freedom from debt and full ownership of the property.
Huh.
It's a real thing.
Wow.
Yep.
That feels illegal.
I don't think you should be able to do that.
I mean, I guess it's your piece of paper. You do what you want.
Yeah, no kidding.
There's so much about house ownership that like I don't understand.
100%.
And I bought a house.
Do you have any graces on this thing?
As somebody who like desperately wanted my own place, it is finally like I get to have my own place. And so if I feel like knocking out a wall today, I can do it.
100%.
There's absolutely, I mean, like Josh, my husband.
You're never going to tell somebody about it when you sell it.
What are you doing?
They'll be like, why is that giant photo over there? You're like, you know what? We're going to keep that with the house. Back when I was 30-something, I bought that, and you should keep it.
It's going to stay.
Then you're the lady telling people about, like, actually, I super glue that to the wall. It's not going to come off.
Good luck.
I'm so sorry.
But, like, I love knowing that I don't have anybody that I need to like ask, can I paint this color? Can we rip up the carpet? Like, we make the choices now.
I put giant posts in my backyard for working out, and like I remember when I did it, I was like, nobody's coming over and asking me what I'm doing. Like, and I love that.
Yeah, it's your house. You get to do.
Do you still feel like you're gonna get in trouble though when you do it? Well, I do all the time.
Yes, but it's because
I've done so many things wrong for so long in my life that when I do stuff that I'm allowed to do, I instantly am like looking around going like,
Yes, but like I know that it's like it would be a true thing because like I would accidentally like burn through an electrical unit. You know, like there would be something that like I cut through like the main gas line somehow.
And you're like, oops. I was putting in our garden, so this is hilarious. You're supposed to call before you dig. Did you know that?
Sure,
right?
Dude.
So like
411, I think is what it is.
And I know a bunch of guys for the town, just you know, stuff like that. Yeah. And so I'm putting in Bethany's garden or whatnot, and this guy that works for the town, he comes by and he's like, "Hey, Jordan, did you call before you dug?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "There's a giant electrical box out back, and like that goes into your home." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm sure it does." And he's like, "The red tape that you're about to hit," he's like, "that's the warning sign." And I was like, "I'm glad you're here." It's like I had no idea. It's like, oh. So man.
Luckily, Josh, he is in one of the trades.
He knows all the stuff.
He knows all the things to a point that I'm like, do we really need to do it?
But he gets really upset about like people who like he knows he has to call because he's like, man, I gotta call that person. He's done stuff at the church before, and he's like, yeah, I'll do it. But I know the actual like job isn't the problem. It's like
dealing with the system.
I gotta call the system.
Yeah.
And I do not want to call the system.
Yeah. I like, and I am very much like,
are they gonna find out?
The last house that we lived at, that we rented, they let us like garden, and so we put in these trees. We put in these trees. They were emerald arborvitaes or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they were supposed to get like 6 feet tall, right? And every single year I'd be like, what is going on? I had them for 4 years. And I was like, they have not grown at all. Yeah. I don't know what is going on. One of them died because my dog kept peeing on it. And so we took that one out. But then when we moved out, the owners of the house ripped out the trees. And we were like, hey, that was... Aww. So we found out that is exactly where the gas line is. And they're like,
amazing.
You planted trees on the gas line. You can't do that. Yeah. That's why they weren't growing. And I was like, oh, so...
That's a bad thing. Well. All right, well... Do you still have the trees? Because I can replant them over in my new house.
Lessons learned.
It's so funny.
So yeah, but yes, I love that it is like house. It is my house,
which you don't own. The bank owns it, but at the same time, it's yours.
I'm paying dollars.
It's amazing that the bank could come and be like, "Hey, we want our house back at any time."
I know
that's those are things I think about when I see a raccoon driving next to me, because I'm instantly like, you're from the bank, aren't you? And you want my home. Somebody taught you how to be a banker, and now you want my home back.
Oh, if we had a bunch of raccoons running around.
As bankers? And they have little mini suits on. And they can't talk, but they
oh my gosh,
little tiny
that's
briefcases.
Hilarious. Can they walk on their hind legs? Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they're good.
Anyways, we're back to the raccoons,
the trash.
Guys.
Yeah, that's what they do.
It's called a line of continuity.
Yeah, come on. Stay with the group.
Do you have any graces?
Graces about home ownership. The older, it's really funny that you bring this up, because we were just talking about this the other day. You remember how you used to like drive by homes and you'd be like, oh, I love that front yard. I love that porch or whatever. Now I just can't stop thinking, this might be a grease or a grace, but like, I'm like, I wonder how old those shingles are. Like, and then I started thinking, like, I wonder last time they had their water heater replaced. What's the furnace look like down there? I just am this like old person who thinks all the things. I look at it and I go, oh, they got a basement but no egress windows, so
it's a slow descent.
Hope you don't die in there. Like you just start thinking about the most random stuff. And Bethany's over there like, I love that wraparound porch. And I'm like, I didn't even see the wraparound porch.
Did you see there's a hole? There's a hole down there. There's some critters living under that porch.
Like, why is the grass brown? Like, what happened there? You can always tell somebody who has an animal when you drive by, because if there's little spots in the grass, you're like, that's where your dog pees.
We have that right now. Basil, my dumb basil.
Did you know you can give your dog stuff that it won't kill the grass?
But I can't figure out what it is.
It kills the dog. Don't do it. Don't do it. I got in this huge conversation with this person the other day. They're like, because they were looking at my yard and they're like, hey man, do you know why your grass is dying? I'm like, yeah, because my dog pees in it. And they're like, yeah, it kills the grass, but you can give him something so it won't kill the grass. And I'm like, I don't think that's okay. And they're like, yeah, it's really not, because it like brings the dog's like lifespan down by like 2 or 3 years.
Oh gosh.
Because it eats away at like their kidneys or something like that.
Oh.
Well, no kidding. You're putting a chemical compound in a dog so his
to make it that their pee.
Where does the poison go? It goes straight to his body. You nuts.
Well, I guess I won't give that to Basil.
No, don't do it.
I just need to teach her to not pee in the same spot.
Who does that? Who's sitting in a lab right now going, you know what ticks me off? They're greasing and gracing chemicals, and they're like, you know what? I hate urine.
It's because it's somebody who here's who it is. It's somebody who bought their house in cash.
100%.
And their grass is immaculate. And their wife has these like 2 little Pomeranians, and their 2 little Pomeranians pee in the same spot. And this guy is like, well, my yard needs to look immaculate for the yearly party that we host over the celebration of our...
Why is he so pompous?
Because
my yard, it needs to be set nice.
You know what it's a little boring.
He's got he's got the coaster plates, or whatever.
Yeah, but he's like,
I need in my living room since 1974. I'm sorry.
And he's like the one who's like, I need to find a scientist to fix these brown spots. What causes these brown spots? I think it's million many who are doing.
And he goes, like,
and his wife is like, you can't kill him. You can't kill him. And he's like, well, then I will kill their kidney. It's like.
That's why people put in turf.
Yeah.
100%.
That's weird.
I have turf in my backyard.
Yeah.
And I've contemplated a couple times. I got to make it happen. But if I put a fence around my turf, I can just open up my back door and my dog could go out and he can go on the turf and then come back in. I just haven't put the fence in yet.
But wait a minute. Dogs can go to the bathroom on turf?
Oh, they love it.
What happens?
They love it, especially in the winter. In the winter, they eat it up. So there's people in New York City and big cities too as well. They have like those high-rise homes.
Yeah.
And you know their balconies?
Yeah.
Okay, so if they put turf on them, and the turf has like a catch in the bottom of it, and so what it does is it drains, and then they empty that, and the same thing with like when the dog poops, they just go ahead and put it in a bag, and then they just
shake it.
They put it in the trash can like anything else. Huh. So that's how people have pets on like these really high-rise things, because you're not coming down from like floor 16.
Floor 95 to take your dog out.
Because there's no grass around there. I mean, there's nowhere. So there's nowhere for them to go. So they go on these like turf. They sell them on like Amazon. It's amazing.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think that my dogs are small enough to make that happen.
They could do it.
Well,
yeah, they could.
I don't think so.
Actually, it's super
Maybe
nice too,
because clean that.
When they poop, it's way easier to pick up. I don't know why I haven't done it. I'm sitting here thinking, like, why have I not let them go to the bathroom?
I know. I kind of am like, I want to do that then. For the one spot, we have the one spot.
You just need a little strip. It's amazing how small, because they don't really need anything. And if you think about it like this, it's if you clean it, like, let's say you clean it like all the time, like you don't let like poop sit out there or whatever.
Yeah.
For them, it's like the toilet being.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's like the toilet being flushed every time. Like they're like, hey, I love this. Let's do it.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting concept.
All right.
Anyways.
Well, that was fun. We kind of talked about home ownership, but not really.
No, I think we're very ADHD today.
It's okay. We're talking about raccoons driving.
I'm cool. I'm fine with it. We kind of talked about it.
What do you want to
hear? What is escrow versus
Okay, Kim needs a breakdown on if somebody could come and give Kim every paper she signed, why she signed it. She doesn't really want to know, but if you could just put it in a document and just slide it over to her and be like, hey, if you ever get bored, read this.
Here's the thing. People have explained it to me. It just doesn't make sense to me.
That's too bad.
Like, it doesn't make sense to me. A lot of the things don't make sense to me. Like, I don't understand. It's the same thing with insurance. The same problems I have with insurance. It doesn't make any sense to me, but you got to do it. Yeah. Like, you got to have it.
Insurance is a joke, if you ask me.
It's a whole thing.
Because then all of a sudden, like, you like something bad happens and they're like, oh, we don't cover that.
Yeah,
and I'm
we
like,
don't cover.
I've been floating you money for 10 years.
You're going to cover it.
Why, listen here. I think you owe me some money.
I don't know what I want to hear. I don't know. Do you give your dogs the pee stuff?
Okay, here's I'm gonna give you the
it's not gonna work.
The single sentence of escrow. Okay. I'm gonna try.
So,
okay. Mm-hmm. Escrow is when a trusted third party.
Yeah.
Okay. Third party would be like not you or the bank.
Yep.
Okay. Safely holds money.
But why?
Or property until both sides of a deal meet all the agreed conditions.
But why? No, see, we're getting into a whole thing because I'm like, that's dumb. I'm just giving you my money just to hold.
So it
hold.
protects you, the buyer, and the seller, making sure no one loses money or property if they don't keep their end of the deal. So basically, it helps if, like, let's say you were going to buy your house, and the person who like was selling the house like backed out, and you had already like given them the money, you wouldn't get that money back. An escrow makes sure that you get that money back.
But it's my money.
It is, but think about it like the way that I think about it, right, wrong, or indifferent. It's kind of like I want a book, right? Uh-huh. And somebody says like the book's like $20. Yeah. Okay, so instead of giving them the money and having them like take off, like and not give me the book, I give somebody else the money. They hold it until that person gives them the book. And then they go ahead and then they give them the money. So when you have like
so much.
It is, but it's basically a protection so that, and again, people might be like, Jordan, you're way off, but I'm dumbing this down. Basically, it's a protection for you so that you don't like have somebody just take off with all your funds.
Okay, well, all right.
Because they're like, oh, thanks for the money, see ya.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, I don't know. How did it get so like
where did we
convoluted?
Get? How did we get here?
How did we get to this point?
Yeah.
Who was the person? Who was the jackwad who was like, oh, Bill just gave me $150,000. I'm out, babe.
Because there's jerks like that in this world, like that just would do that.
I know.
And they just totally jack you around.
The benefit of the doubt all the time.
Oh, I like people way too much.
It's too complicated.
Which is why I can't stand automobile sales. I can't stand it. It drives me crazy because it's like you're just in this to make $1. Like, and I know you got to make money, but you don't have to make that much. I don't understand. I
think you're sitting fine. You're all right.
I like asking people like the markup because you were in the restaurant business for a long time. I love asking people the markup because they won't tell you. You know what I mean? I'm like, how much did that really cost?
Retail is insane. My mom was a buyer for a Southern wear place, and like the amount of markup over 100%. Over
T-shirts right now are $32.
Yeah,
like graphic tees
made in China. For like $4.
I would say
cost.
Less than that. Yeah.
For like, because none of our clothes come from America anymore.
I got something the other day. I thought it was so funny. It says, I bought white T-shirts the other day. Yeah. From like online, and the tag on the back, I love it. It said proudly made in China. It's like,
all right.
That's fantastic. I was like, about time you guys start taking some pride in your work. All right.
Yeah,
there's some little like Chinese guys like he saw like proudly made in America. He's like, you know what?
we need to have that.
I see that and I raised it.
And that's it.
That's how it works right there. Yep.
I like it. I like that.
I'm gonna do
we
that.
just finished that circle.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know if there's anything. Do you have anything?
What would I want to hear? What do you love about your home? If you're a homeowner, if you don't own a home, why not? I'm really curious about that. Like 30 some odd % of people that rent, because we rented for a long time too, and everybody says like you're throwing away your money, and I think you are to a certain extent, but there's so many people that rent that would never say that.
There's value in renting because like it works for different people. I think
if you don't want to it's really funny too because there's a lot of people who rent who have free reign over their rental. So like it's not like they can paint, they can do whatever they want.
That was our last rental.
Yeah,
you can plant trees on top of gas lines.
I know people in the city who, for example, like when they move out, the person just literally guts the place and they just redo the whole thing.
Wild.
They just go ahead and they're like, okay, this is what you did. We put brand new drywall up. We put brand new carpet in, and then we just start over fresh from scratch.
Wow. That's wild.
Cool. So you can do whatever you want in there,
yeah.
Because they're like, it's okay. We'll just we don't care.
Cool.
Like, let us know when you're done.
Great.
So, and by the way, give us a check every month.
Yeah.
So I would want to know that. And then the other thing I want to know is like, what frustrates you about your house? Like what drives you absolutely
crazy? What's the
crazy?
weird thing, the weird quirk?
Or like, what do you hate paying for that you pay for? Like, we pay for so many like weird things where I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
What? And I miss, this is probably a conversation for another day, but I miss like direct TV. Yeah.
We have one. We have one on our roof.
I was thinking about it last night because I was flipping through all like the streaming services now, and I'm going,
which is basically cable.
Where's the menu, the guide?
Yeah,
I just want the guide.
I was just thinking about that not too long ago because I was like, in order to watch something, you have to have like this one, but then if you watch something else, you have to have a different. And it's like I just want it.
Bethany looks at me. She's like,
together.
Why can't you just find something? I'm like, Because it's so spread out.
It is so spread out. There's so many steps to have to get to literally
And
anything.
then you hit the button and you get an ad. You're like, you know what? Second thought, I don't even want to watch this. So I'm out.
By the time that I find something to watch, I'm like, I'm
done.
tired.
I got to go to bed. Like, I can't even keep my eyes open. So
yeah.
All right, you guys. Hey, let us know what you think. Shoot us a comment at greaseandgracepod@gmail.com. If you like the episode, which I know you did, send it to your family, friends, loved ones, all that other crazy stuff. And keep the dream alive for us.
Bye.